Welcome to the Talkin Trash Addiction Recovery Podcast. We suffered in silence. Now we recover out loud.
Good evening. Welcome to the Channel 4 6 o'clock news at 9. I'm your anchor, PT, because I don't drink coffee. Coming to you live from the Balls Creek, Cape Breton Waffle House and Groovy Goat Farm and Soap Factory. Rub-a-dub-dub. Today's top story, in the world of science, a new addition to the periodic table with the letter designation of AH. Of course, it is the element of surprise. Good evening, treasures. Welcome to episode 204. We have a very special guest, but first of all, we want to recognize Happy Mother's Day for all you mothers out there.
Happy Mother's Day.
There you go. And it's also Mental Health Awareness Month. So make sure you're wearing your green ribbon. I thought mine was pink. Well, that's an overdose awareness. But so lots of stuff going on. We got a very special guest in the house tonight. Make sure you have your Google Translator on because both these people are from Nova Scotia. So this is what you at. Fill your boots, fart in a mitt, beauty, chirpy, hang a Larry or a Roger. By the snapping Jenny M, who is Brad's sister. And now to a man who went on a date with a tight rope walker. He met her online, Jimmy Snyder.
Oh my God. Hi everybody, and welcome to our little program, episode 200 program. We have it's Mother's Day. I don't know what we're doing. We're having great guests on. That's been fun. But we're going to try to focus on family this episode, the family dynamic, sisters, brothers, mothers, all that shit. It's usually messy. So this is episode 204. We do a little preamble and then we'll check in with the boys.
This is our humble broadcast, where ethics and personal anonymity are of the utmost importance. We run this podcast as an act of service to those whose lives have been affected by addiction. We don't do it for profit or notoriety. We place principles before personalities. We benefit from this podcast just as much as anyone else. We all work programs and choose to sacrifice our own anonymity to spread the word that recovery is possible. We do this thing in an attempt to show, as living examples, that no matter how far down the scale we have gone, we will see how our experience can benefit others. That's the 9th step promise. It's our creed we abide by here on Talkin Trash. We feel called to uphold AA and NA principles. We firmly believe that you can only keep what you have by giving it away. Please join us in a moment of silence, followed by the Serenity Prayer.
God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
All right. Here we go, boys. Hey, guys. What are you guys doing?
Doing good, buddy. How are you?
I'm good.
Jimmy, you look fantastic, by the way.
He does look good. Sharp as a tack, this guy.
Look at the count, guys. Look at the
I
count.
know, right? He's in the East Wing. We got comments already. Brian's here. Rob's here. Let's see. It is Mother's Day, right? We have a bunch of mothers to get to and talk about before we get into it. So let's take a look at who we got here, just to acknowledge our people. Number one, let's say happy birthday to Sherry. Happy birthday,
Yay!
Happy birthday to Sherry and to our very own William Douglas.
Yay!
Happy birthday, friends. Will is celebrating his birthday with his family, which we love.
Absolutely.
All right.
That's what it's all about.
That's it. All right. So, also we have it is Mental Health Awareness Month. We have a nurse on Wednesday. Mike will be in house. We got to say Happy Mother's Day to Will's mom, Victoria Campbell. Happy Mother's Day. Brad and his sister's mom in heaven, Molly. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to my mom. She's the bust. Am I right? She's the bust.
She's the buzz.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't.
Mhm.
Anyway,
Yeah.
my mom. Yep, she's the best. She's a mother of 3. Her oldest daughter won't speak to her or let her see her grandchildren because she supports her drug addict son. So that's nice. And then her other son is an idiot. And then my ex-wife, whom I owe about $50,000 in child support to. Happy Mother's Day or whatever to you. And our treatment centers. Let's read our treatment centers today, boys.
Alrighty, who we got on board? We have Affirm Recovery, New Hope Rehabilitation, Serenity Detox, Touchpoint Sober Livings, Discovery Recovery, Greater Newark Area Salivation Army, Liftoff Recovery, Camel Back Recovery, Carla Vister's Sober Living.
Well,
There you go.
to
Brad and I,
Friday,
we are having
everyone.
supper. Like, it's not camel toe, Brad. It's camel
Oh my
back.
God. Well, there's that. So we all right, let's read our daily reflection so we can get going on
Alrighty,
that.
today's daily reflection brought to you by Man Ponds. Man Ponds, pick an orifice. Another great dividend that we may expect from confiding our defects to another human being is humility, a word often misunderstood. It amounts to a clear recognition of what and who we really are, followed by a sincere attempt to become what we could be. And that's from the old 12 and 12, page 58. I knew deep inside that if I were ever to be joyous, happy, and free, I had to share my past life with some other individual. The joy and relief I experienced after doing so were beyond description. Almost immediately after taking the 5th step, I felt free from the bondage of self and the bondage of alcohol. That freedom remains after 36 years, one day at a time. I found that God could do for me what I couldn't do for my own damn self. Hallelujah!
Hallelujah, baby.
Free
Hallelujah!
at last. I don't know why you're a priest in this one. I didn't Photoshop that out.
Ooh, well, I am a recovering Catholic, so it's
There
okay.
it is. That might
There
be
you
it.
go.
There it
Brad,
is.
what do you think about this, real quick?
I 100% agree with that because it's funny. We were talking about it on the deck today. I got a bunch of family out here anyway. And a lot of things started to change for me once I was not scared to talk about my life and what shit happened along the way.
Right.
So
Right.
before, I don't know if I was always embarrassed or like worried about what people thought of me or whatever by telling my shit. Once I stopped giving a shit, I guess, and focused on talking about my past and stuff like that, things got way better.
Yep, and they will. I mean, we're not used to that though. We're used to fucking making things worse. Jimmy, what do you think? Free at last.
Well, it's like, okay, sharing with another human being, but somebody in the program, I find, because we can relate to each other. I find, like, if you go to confession, like, nothing against that, but talking to somebody that I can relate to and can relate to me. And we just kind of like spitball back and forth.
Yeah.
Like Brad and I had lunch again this past week.
I know. What do you got?
And we just talk life, and it always goes back to the recovery, but we still always have a good laugh. Yeah. And we share a lot of shit that I tell him stuff that most people don't even know. So
I know, and I get it third hand. I get all worried. Yep. And like you guys becoming friends have been a beautiful thing to see. All right.
Whoa. I didn't say anything about friends. We said we had lunch.
Acquaintances.
Acquaintances.
Friends. All right. So let's go around and meet everybody real quick. First on deck is it's Willie Douglas.
Hi, Will.
Will's not here. Hi, Will. Will is 44. He's from Georgia. He's 3 years clean. He's doing a great job. We really do love him. Happy birthday, buddy. We'll see you on Wednesday. Next on deck is me, Timmy Snyder. Fires got knocked out last night. If you heard Brass Bonanza on the intro, we'll play it right now. There it is. And if you look, I am supporting my whale, just like that. So
There you go.
that's how I roll. What else? I guess the Canadians. I don't know. Whatever.
Looking
That's
hurting
me.
on that one.
I'm 43. I'm from Georgia. I'm 3 years clean myself. I love living in your head rent free. I really do. We're a fun podcast, I think. Jimmy Leibel. Jimmy
Hello.
is he's so bare. Jimmy's 61 years old. He wishes. He's from Canada, Saskatchewan as well. 4 years clean. That's our boy Jimmy Lives. And then there's Bradley Manscapefield. Bradley is 46 from Saskatchewan. He's a huge Prince Albert Raiders fan. He's 3 years clean. He's a great addition to the podcast. He's dedicated to it. He's a good ambassador. I could trust him with things, which is a new concept. And like we said, we're all making friends on the outside, and that
Why am
shows.
I wearing tight jeans when I'm wearing my roller skates? What's with the tight
That's a
jeans?
good question.
It's an 80s thing, buddy. Go with it.
You'll notice in Jennifer's video animation, you're wearing a shirt that says Kids Zone. I don't know why. I don't control everything that shows up on AI. So there's our boy. We can cover out loud.
Moving on.
All right, so real quick, let's check in. Oh my God, did I put these all the way at the end?
Yep. Mhm.
All right, Jimmy, real quick, what'd you do today? What didn't you do today?
What the hell did I do today? Actually, bunch of stuff. Actually, went to a 9 o'clock meeting, and then wrote my script and getting ready. We're doing this big transformation at work, so I'm going to Saskatoon tomorrow.
Oh boy.
And just getting ready for the show, and really excited that Jen's going to be our guest tonight. She got in Thursday, and they called me right after. We had this really silly conversation. Unfortunately, we couldn't hook up. I was running errands for my boss. But okay, so what else did I do today? What didn't I do today? Didn't really, and no time for relaxing and really kind of the gratitude list. I'll do that later.
I gotcha.
So, yeah.
Life's busy. Bradley,
It is.
real quick, what did you do today?
Oh, buddy.
Buddy.
We've been doing a lot. So, yeah, you said about my wife's birthday, Sherry. We celebrated her 38th birthday plus 12.
Yeah.
So we had 5 or 6 people come out from Nova Scotia, like Jimmy said on Thursday. I think we had 6, Jeff.
Nice.
Yeah, sorry. We had 6. And yeah, it's been great. We've had our family here. There's people that we haven't seen in a long time. My wife was super surprised. Sorry, what I did today is I'm hanging out with my family and I'm on cloud 9 right now. Because
I love that shit.
I'm
Good.
3,000 kilometers from home. So to have people that mean the most to you right here, it's fucking
Wow.
awesome. So,
That's beautiful, Bradley. And Jimmy, I don't know, I guess we're gonna announce it. Your sister will be on in just a moment here. It's very exciting. We all know Jennifer. She's loyal to the show. I think she's loyal to Brad, but like it shows that she participates and she takes accountability for her recovery and she participates in Brad's, which is awesome. So like what a awesome thing we got going on here. We got some other things to get to before that. Like we said, it's Mental Health Awareness Month. It's a big thing. I know, right? Every episode we talk, and it's mental health. That's just what it comes down to.
I need more than a month, boys. I need more than a month.
We all do. And which is why we come on here and do this nonsense and try to keep sane. And we try to keep it light around here. We don't, get all serious about stuff because it's a very serious subject as it is. So we just we let it roll. Let's go through a few things here, boys. The Professional Women's Hockey League. Hey, Brad, are you aware of this league?
I'm aware of the league.
I got it.
I'm aware.
I watched-
aware.
I was trying to be polite there. Yeah,
It's not
I'm
bad
aware.
hockey, Brad. I mean,
it's great hockey, and honestly, I feel bad that I don't watch it enough, and I should. But I think it's awesome that people are watching it, and it's probably starting to grow. I think that's a great thing.
sure. So watch their playoffs. It's fun. They're adding teams. Detroit is adding a team. This is the billionaire owner behind the team, Jeff Bridges, or Daniels, or he looks like fucking Jeff Daniels, does he not?
Yeah, a little bit.
my point there? Okay. We'll move on. Mark Walter is a businessman, philanthropist. He owns the Los Angeles Dodgers, the Los Angeles Lakers, Chelsea Football Club, the LA Sparks, and he owns every single team in the PWHL. So, yes, he's putting
every team?
Every single one of them. Yep, this guy is out of his mind.
This guy's got some coin.
Yeah, I came across this dude, so I was just shocked to see that this guy owns all these teams. Chelsea Football Club is that's a major.
That's huge.
That's a big deal.
Money. And then the Dodgers and the Lakers and the Sparks and all those fucking. So there you have it. I just came across. I love but we're segueing into women because it's Mother's Day, and I came across this. Thought he looked like Jeff Daniels and whatever. So. Keeping on the Mother's Day side of things, a beautiful story out of Happy Valley, Pennsylvania today. Gavin McKenna, who Gavin in January, he got out of a felony assault charge for punching the guy outside of a bar, and the charges were dropped, aka they paid off the victim. That same night, Crystal McKenna, his strangely hot mom, is in the bar selling alcohol to minors. So she just got charged with furnishing alcohol to minors per a criminal docket on April 29th. She's 44, caught on surveillance. Ordering I know. Could you imagine? But that's why I give her the Mom of the Year award.
Hey, Crystal!
There you go, Crystal. Crystal. She's gonna be very rich very soon.
Yes.
And then Mother's Day. Mother's Day was.
The shit out of him to go there anyway. He's
I know, dude. Where did he play? Medicine Hat. He played Medicine Hat. Then went to Penn State. Yeah, he's tearing up Penn State. Penn State has like 200,000 students, and he's probably banging every one of them. So, Gavin McKenna out of his mind in Penn State. Let's hope he survives. Because he's going to be in Toronto Maple Leaf. Jesus Christmas. He only gets worse. So, a little Mother's Day history. Mother's Day was officially established in the U.S. in 1914 by Winston Churchill to honor his mother, Beatrice, who was the inventor of modern plumbing architecture in the late Franco-Prussian era. Can you believe that, guys? Did you know that?
That's wow.
Yeah.
Thank you, ChatGPT.
It's also completely fake. I made the whole goddamn thing up.
Oh,
Mother's Day was established in the U.S. by Anna Jarvis to honor her mother. The fun thing about Anna Jarvis here is she established Mother's Day, and then she spent the rest of her life trying to campaign against it because she didn't like it. So she died alone and penniless. Happy Mother's
good
Day,
for her.
So that's pretty much my Mother's Day.
With 30 cats. Good for her.
Yeah, exactly.
Good for her. She died alone.
Yeah.
So congratulations, whoever that was that did whatever.
Sorry if my video quality isn't that good. I don't know. I'm setting up my laptop, and I'm sorry, but I usually look better than this.
You're okay. Hey, just for fun, take a little thing and wipe the camera. Just see what happens. You never know. It might be.
Brad, I could have given you I got like, oh God.
I asked
Old
for
nuns and dead kittens. Oh my God.
Oh, what am I
and there he is. Oh, he's blowing it.
Yeah, that's good. Perfect.
Brad,
I got like two computers sitting right here. I gotta give you one before you.
We gotta figure out what's going on with you. So what we had? What did we have? We had Brody, and your camera's off, dum. You gotta hit the camera button.
No, the camera button's on, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the little toggle switch on the top. Have you got that toggled off?
I'm gonna give you a minute to figure that out.
Yeah. Bye, Brad.
He loves touching stuff he shouldn't.
Yeah, he does. No finger poking.
I wanted to talk about Eden Funk, who we had on Wednesday. She really impressed me because she represented to me stopping this thing before it gets too bad. And that's something we got to do as a society, because this shit's getting out of control and fast. So it's beautiful that she recognized that she has mental health issues. And is that the society we're living in, or are we just? Or are we drifting towards that, Jimmy? Where are we at?
I can't imagine doing drugs at her. Like the people doing the people in rehab right now. Right. Whatever your drug of choice was, like my God, like at least you got a fighting chance. Hey, Brad's back and your shirt's on. Thanks, buddy. It's a lot different. Like Tim always said, like it's not the 1970 cocaine that's out there like you got in college. It's scary shit. And wow. But having her head screwed on that straight, like I'm in awe. Like I was at corrections and I was driving back and I was listening to it and I was sitting outside until you guys were finally done at an hour and a half.
I know. Wait, yeah,
but it was so you guys could have kept going for hours because she was so into recovery, right?
Yeah.
And it just wasn't AANA. It was about all the options out there, right?
Yeah.
And 20 years ago, it was just you got to go to AA or NA. That's it. That's all that's out there. And all these old timers, that's all they know, and that's all they preach sometimes, which kind of pisses me off. But yeah, she's a shining light, and she's a new face of recovery that's coming up. Because like, hey, I'm an old fart. You guys are old farts too.
It's changing. I hope it's changing in that way where like she's recognizing it at 24 and doesn't turn into this lunatic who kills people or whatever.
Yeah.
Chuck Nip. Oh, Chuck Nip is back. Hi, Chuck. He says Jim Libel is my spirit animal, and he's also mine. Yeah, that's funny. I miss Chuck.
He's at 27 days of sobriety.
Atta boy, Chuck.
26 days. So
we love to hear that.
Yesterday. I'm proud of him, even though he's in Texas. But I don't, like I always say, we don't shoot our wounded. But here's a guy who was really struggling, and all the people out there. I'm not just singling out a single person.
Yeah.
But just don't give up. Just keep supporting and just waiting in the wings and just silently cheering them on, not enabling them, but just helping them along. And and then the miracle will happen. You just gotta be you got to be patient.
I was muted the whole time too.
I know you're doing great though. You're back. I got you.
Hi, Brad.
What we've been talking about is
Hi, Brad. Fell off my gun.
I don't know. I forgot what I was saying. We've been talking about what is relapse. What is I think if we redefine that a little bit, like people are so afraid to have that one drink and then change their clean time. And I don't care how you do it, but like, there's no reason to go off the deep end because you had one drink or did one thing wrong. And that's what we do as addicts. We're like, it's all or nothing. We're all in or we're all out. And I think we can arrest that.
Well, exactly. And Dr. Croc Talk, I got a message from a friend of ours who has, I think she's got 7 years, maybe up to 8 years. She was a former guest.
Yep.
And she went to a concert last night, and her name was Lita Ford, and she used to play with Alice Cooper, right? And they were doing shots after the concert with Lita Ford. And there's someone who's her idol comes up and says, "Hey, have a shot." And this person said, "No, thanks." And she just reached out to me and said, "You can relate." And I'm like, I'm so fucking proud of you, Tina. Like, my God, like, good for you, girl. Right?
It's so
and that peer pressure, like, even though you got like, say, 5, 6, 20 years, and you can never let your guard down. Like, here's a person.
I find nowadays, Jimmy, when it comes to stuff like that, people are more accepting to people who've quit. Like, and I know it sounds bad, but there was a time back in the day, it's like people like, "What are you, pussy?" Or like, "I'm sorry to say," like, but you'd get all that. Now it's like, I'll get that where I'm like, "Oh, I don't want to drink. Why? Because I don't drink anymore." Oh,
exactly.
Like,
but okay, put it in context. Let's say Guy Lafleur comes up to you with a joint and a bottle and says, "Hey, come on, Bradley, let's do a talk. Let's do a pull."
I'm giving him a hand job and smoking the joint.
Yep, I know, and me too. And then you just gotta start over the next day. Don't give any more hand jobs or smoke any more joints.
Oh my God!
I'm sorry.
But that's what I'm saying. They would say cunning, baffling, powerful, and fucking patient. Your addiction's waiting for you.
It's worth
doesn't
it.
care.
It's worth it.
Yeah. It is worth it, and we're here to say it. Like, we come on and we don't have like we just do this twice a week. All we're doing really is checking in with each other and helping each other stay sober. That's all.
I was going to say that jersey looked really good on you, by the way.
Yeah, you like that? I don't know. I
look
a little hungover,
little messed out there, buddy.
Yeah,
but the jersey looked good.
That's alcohol right there. I just drank way too much at the Flyers game and woke up in Montreal with the jersey on. That's all that is.
That's actually kind of legit.
I did wake up in Montreal from Vermont one time. That's funny, Brad remembers all that shit. So we have fun. We are a dual nation podcast, actually mostly Canada. There's our team. That's what we look like. We I don't know. They're 2 hours behind us. They seem to like recovery more than we do, and they just seem smarter. So if we could do some of the stuff the Canadians are doing, I think we'll be okay. Jimmy, who are our upcoming guests?
Alrighty, this upcoming Wednesday, we have Michael Motorcycle, Mike Oxley, LPN, CPA, MIUSE. On Sunday, we have Bethany Balder, followed by Larissa Junkie. The 24th, we have Rob Fleck. And the 31st, we're going to round it out with Durant Fritz. Now, that sounds like a good rock band. Durant Fritz.
I know. I got a little out of control. I did something silly with his name. Yeah, I mean, I don't think her name is Bethany Balsler. I think it's Basler.
Basler.
And,
sorry, Bethany.
She's everywhere too. She's always.
I know. Well, hey man, with these new glasses, I'm just like, yeah, now I can read it. Bethany Balsler. Bethany B. Beth's color.
We'll leave it at that. And then we're gonna have to clarify with Larissa if her last name is Junkie or not. I don't. It looks like it is. That's very fun if it is. So what else? That's about it. So,
how about, hey Brad, did you ever find if you got a bearing to fit the back of an idler wheel on a 5090 Ram?
Nobody heard any of that. Couldn't blast the music. We have a very special guest here. Brad's having a hell of a weekend. It's his wife's birthday. It's Mother's Day. But most importantly, I said pertinently. We have Jennifer
on the program.
She's coming in. She's a great time. She's Brad's sister, obviously. Jennifer has. Hold on. Give me a minute. I just gotta, do things.
Yeah.
And you're in. Hi, everybody. Yeah. Welcome to. Well, I gotta click on the goddamn thing.
Oh my god.
Welcome to the program, Jennifer.
There we go.
Hi, Jennifer. How are you?
I'm doing good. Good and sober.
Everybody knows Jennifer because she's enigmatic. I don't know what that word means, but she's pretty cool, and she's got 914 days sober today, which is awesome. And Brad's not too far ahead of her. They're doing this thing together, and like that was the first thing that hit me is like they're in this together, and like they're supporting each other, and that's how this thing works. Brothers stop being assholes. Sisters stop being cold. People, they let their shit down, and we all meet together as new people. So I'm going to stop broadcasting and grandstanding, and I'm going to yield the floor over to Bradley to introduce his beautiful sister. Brad, go.
Bradley.
Hello, everybody. This is my beautiful sister, Jennifer.
Hello.
So she's been
a little history on Jenny.
You're out, Jenny.
2023 for Dylan's graduation.
It's been pretty much 3 years since she's been out, and it's been my wife's surprise party. So a whole bunch of family come out.
Yeah.
And it's been fucking deadly.
It's been amazing.
It's been amazing. So
me and Jimmy got to be a part of that a little bit, and like you Canadians, you love your grand fucking, your entrances or whatever. I love it. I'm all in. You guys need print stuff? I'll do it.
I sent you the videos too of when Sherry getting surprised with everybody, didn't I? I think I sent you guys that.
You did. I don't.
So good out here in Wawota. Oh my.
It's actually funny. I'll say this now, and then we'll kind of get into our stuff or whatever. But just want to share this with everybody. So the last 3 months have been fucking hell for me. And the only reason I say that is because in my recovery, I'm learning not to lie to my wife, right? You know what I mean? Everything's been honesty.
I got you.
What you see is what you get. And I've been lying, you know what I mean? Because I know everybody's coming out. And so the other day I was on my cell phone, and I think I was texting you guys about the banner or our family chat about everybody coming out, whatever it was. And I hid my phone, right? And good on her because right? She's like, don't do that. That triggers me, which I get that, right? And I felt so bad. We're laying in bed that night. I was like, literally about to go, we're having a surprise party. And everybody's coming out. Like I literally almost broke down.
Just blow it.
But what an amazing job everybody did. So my middle child mainstreamed most of that, like got the ball rolling, got the party started, got people coming out. Like, it
was fun to watch from afar.
If you see this all night long, it's because I am on cloud 9 because I am with my family and I'm fucking loving every minute of it.
I don't think I've seen anything different. You seem to smile nonstop, but like to have Jennifer in here kind of brings it all together for us as a group, as friends. Like she's part of us in a way, and like in a way that would never have happened if we weren't all addicts and animals, you know what I mean? So like being grateful for our addiction and our recovery, I think is an important message. But what we're going to do here is we're going to I don't know what the hell we're going to do. I'm going to let Brad take over the Talkin Trash podcast for the next 35, 40 minutes.
Good.
And I want to. I don't know. Tell me a little bit about you guys as brother and sister, and where you're at today, and whatever you want to share. The floor is yours.
So for me, obviously this is my sister. We both grew up the same mother and father, and our father was an alcoholic. Grandparents were alcoholics. We'll give you the Coles notes, I guess.
It's in the blood.
It's
in the blood.
In the blood. Sure. So I think we both started drinking at a young age. I can't speak for Jenny what the age she started. I think I was a little bit younger, but it wasn't a competition, but because
Brad wins.
But I win.
Good for you.
But definitely both of us started using and drinking early for sure. And you don't really realize some of the stuff that you're doing as you're growing up. And, like we were talking today on the deck, me, her, and our friend Sarah. And just talking about, like, what the same thing the Daily Reflection said. Like, once you let go of your past, like, once we started doing that, like Jenny's, 900 and
14
some days. Yeah,
Tim.
914. Yeah, Tim. How many days are we sober? 914 for Jenny, 1100 and something for me. And we've always been close, Jenny and I. We've always been close. We're the only two in our family, siblings, like, you know what I mean? So brother, sister, that's it. She was kind of a little bit of a bitch to me sometime growing up.
Not
He
bad.
always wanted to hang out with me in the
I
cool.
wanted to hang out with your friends, Jenny.
Yeah, her friends, obviously. Yep, that's not fair. That's not fair. I get it. I get the dynamic.
But since we've both gotten sober together, like,
We're closer, I feel. I mean,
yeah, I feel we're closer now than we have been.
yeah.
Because we could call each other and talk about how we feel about our recovery, which was fucking weird because we never did that before. You know what I mean? And
I'd always be calling him friggin' half. The only time I would ever make a call to them was when I was drinking.
Yep.
And I'd call them and be like, "Oh God, not again."
Liquid courage. Yep. Yeah. Just.
And it's funny because there were times we've talked about that now that we're sober. When Jenny was still drinking, I want you to tell shitty stories about me too, because there's a lot of those. There was times when I was first getting sober, for example, right? Because we're only a few months apart, 6 months apart, whatever it is. When Jenny would call, and I know she'd only call, I'd be like, okay, so it's 11:30 my time, so that means it's 2:30 a.m. in Nova Scotia, and it's Friday night, and I wouldn't answer the phone. I wouldn't answer the phone sometimes.
I don't blame you.
Right?
Now.
Right? Because I was like, well, we don't want to do that. And we talk about it now. Look at you looking good, girl.
Looking good up in here.
Oh, yeah.
I come prepared.
But I do feel,
looking good, Jenny.
What do you think? What do you think about our sobriety? So siblings and sobriety is a big thing. Like, you know what I mean? I'm fucking thankful that I can say I'm going through this journey with my sister. I mean, I have a lot of people that I'm going through it with as well. But how fucking cool is it to be doing this with my sister as well? Because we've talked about stuff in like our childhood stuff or whatever. There's stuff that she tells me that I don't remember, and there's stuff that I tell vice versa. So it's like, okay, yeah, it's good because we can talk about our childhood, and I say trauma, whatever.
I get it.
I'm not that fucked up, I swear.
I got you.
You are.
He's getting there.
You are.
We work with each other on that, right? Because we can talk about the things that we remember. So
Yeah, well, when I came out in 2023, that was probably my first serious time trying to quit drinking, but it wasn't successful, right? So, but when I was out here with Brad, I didn't drink at all, but my God, like it was just the way I had so high anxiety because I wanted to drink, but I didn't want to. And he was sober at that time. So, but anyhow, but now I'm sober and I'm full in, and I swear, like, my life is so happy now. I have more confidence. I don't know. It's just, I love being sober. And I don't ever want to have a drink again. I'm saying that now. Yes, I mean it now. Like, once again, day to day. But I don't know. I feel so proud of myself and so proud of my brother. And
we're proud of you too. Jenny, let me ask you, was there a point where you didn't have that confidence in sobriety, maybe early sobriety, something like that?
I've never had confidence, Tim, really. Like I
get it.
And I'm still working on that. And like cutting the drinking out has really helped me. Like, I know I should be confident. I have everything to be confident about.
Yeah.
But I mean, as a child, I barely talked, right? I don't know. It's just
Oh yeah, she would have shut
like
the
you
fuck up.
wouldn't know that now.
I get it.
Yeah. So
I've heard the
that's
story. Yeah.
the whole like stopping drinking thing has really made me love myself more. Like I, you know.
Is that a first for you in your life? Is that like a new experience?
I always thought I loved myself, but
Yeah.
I think not as much. No, I didn't really think I was that great of a person, and I'm a freaking great person.
And now you are
Yeah.
you are you now, and you're who
Yes.
you're supposed to be. You're amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
Isn't it
So
weird
are
though,
you.
Kim? That's a great.
Thank you.
Sorry, Jenny.
Oh.
Don't fight. Don't fight.
Stop it, kids.
Stop it, you two.
Go back to the children's
So,
table.
like, it's funny you bring that up. Like, I think everybody, and I shouldn't say that, but I can only speak for myself and just what Jenny said. Like, so people in addiction, we may think we're happy with our lives. We may think we are got things under control. All is good, right? But once we start sobering up, it's like, wait a second. We were telling a story like, so her husband, am I allowed to say that? So her husband Henry passed away. I'll let you tell her. But anyway, she lost her husband a few years back. Same year her mother died, and we were talking about this since we've been out here. Since she's been out here with us, and our emotions, the way we dealt with it, we didn't deal with it at first. You know what I mean? Because we were we drank it away, or first I snorted it away, or whatever.
Yep.
Like I remember for me, I was at a meeting one time in Kipling, and we just got talking about family and moms or whatever. I might have shared it on here before too, and I just broke down crying. It was about a year and a half into my sobriety. And I remember I was like, what the fuck? I said to my sponsor, what the fuck's going on? Why all of a sudden am I just don't know what I'm like? He's like, you're probably starting to feel how you should feel now.
Right.
And I thought about that. And I always wanted to have closure with my mother. So I actually wrote a letter. Right. And I sent it to her out loud, and that was the end of it. I don't mean it that way, but that's how I kind of made my amends because I couldn't, because she was passed. You know what I mean? And I mean, I know she's my higher power right now, and I talk to Mom daily, and I know she's out there. Like right now, for example, she's looking down at Brad and Jenny.
Oh my God!
And saying, and Mom would say this: "Holy fuck, they're doing it!" Right? Like they're sober together, and like. To have, like, I know I'm repeating myself, but to have you, Jenny, in my corner at all times is fucking unreal.
I believe. I mean, that's my biggest regret. I know, like, I regret. I so wish I could have stopped drinking while they were still here. But I know they're proud of us because we're doing it now. But that's something I'm going to live with for a while. I just think about like that, but. I mean, I'm doing it now, and I know they see that I'm getting signs. Like I know.
I was gonna ask.
A lot of God things are happening, like
little things. It don't make sense to anybody else, but like in recovery, you become hyper aware of what's going on around you, shockingly, and like I get that. Brad, did you have that? Do you think that you and Jenny share the same genetics as far as addiction goes? You think it's genetic?
Oh, we're both fucked.
We are totally whacked.
Yeah.
Well, Brad more than most.
The whole family, usually the entire family are fucked up. But honestly, everybody's fucked up. No matter what family you're looking at, mine, Jimmy's, Will's, we're all nuts in our own way, and we're all at different places along the journey. And you know, I believe that there's a something after this, and I believe that like if their interaction with us is on a true level. They know that we really want to be sober. We want to be happy. They know these things that you couldn't have known in regular life. So that's kind of how I look at people that have passed. But like you know, trauma, all the shit. You guys, like, are your friends? Like, are you better friends now than you were ever?
Yeah.
Her and I?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
So, like, let me ask you, what do you guys chit chat about? What do you talk about, the Canadians or
foolishness?
Honestly, we're both goofy. It's a Mansfield thing for sure.
Talk a lot about sobriety.
We definitely talk a lot about sobriety, but without the chit chat stuff, like Jenny and I can come together, whether it's a phone call. I'm not even joking. We'll fucking laugh our ass off over honestly the stupidest shit.
I can
you know
see
what I mean? Because it's so fun, man. Like, I don't know.
These last few days of being here together with him and with all of the peeps, the families, like everyone in this town, like it's such a close-knit town. And I feel like I haven't laughed so much. Like it's been the greatest. Like late nights, early mornings, and lots of laughs and lots of love.
It's funny. You talk about that now. You just described a situation where you were Brad was sober, you weren't, and you were that didn't sound like a fun trip.
It wasn't a fun trip. Yeah, it was a fun trip being to see my nephew graduate, such a proud moment. I was on like I just wasn't in my element.
I get it.
Yeah.
And now here you are with family and you're laughing your ass off. I mean, I get it. You're experiencing life finally, and it's a beautiful thing. And like, you know, your brother is he's a big part of our lives. You know what I mean? And he made that impact instantly. And I think you guys both have that charisma where you like instantly impact people and connect with people. It's beautiful. We got so many comments here. Jesus Christ.
Most people like us.
I don't mind you.
Most people like her.
Jimmy, it's Knip. I didn't know it was Chuck Knip. I thought it was like Knievel. Oh,
No, it's Chuck Kemp. Yeah.
He said, I owe Tim an amends for my drunk comment about insulin. Dude, enough, Chuck. Welcome back. Knock it off. We'll send you some merch. You're back. Larry says, one of the greatest accomplishments in my time in recovery is the change of attitude about who and what an addict is. He's so fucking right. This guy.
He's smart, like a police dog.
It is also the greatest challenge we have about mental health. It doesn't mean crayon eating or helmet wearing person who slobbers down the. He's right. He's absolutely right. He's a little insensitive, but
that
very right.
Describes Brad actually.
Right, exactly.
I like purple.
I know, me too. Num num num.
Chuck Knip says either this is expected Rorschach test, or I'm seeing the drawing of Nova Scotia and Cape Breton. Is that what's behind you? I thought so.
No, Nova Scotia and Cape Breton.
You fucking East Coasters,
province,
huh?
And the Stanley Cup.
I see that.
Would you look at that? Just look.
Closest is going to get to Canada. All right. Larry says we're all the children of dysfunction. We normalize the dysfunction to live with it. He's right. You know what I mean? Like we really do just kind of go with things and pretend like it's normal, even when it's not. Did you guys experience that growing up? Like just you knew it wasn't right, but you just kind of kept going through it, pushing through the dysfunction.
Kind of, sort of, yeah.
100 more than kind of, sort of.
Maybe, yeah.
I'm doing podcast host thing. I'm asking easy questions.
I can tell you right now, more than kind of, sort of. Like, so our father was a bad drinker, and I remember lots of stuff. Again, going to go cold notes. There was lots of stuff I seen even as a kid. I was like, I know that's not normal.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But as time goes on, it's funny. Like, especially early in my drinking days or partying days, like, when I started drinking and stuff, like you create your own normal in your own head based on the normal that you see, right? So I think, like I remember seeing dad, different family members do things that I thought wasn't right, we'll say. And I remember when I started drinking and using, I'd be like, well, I'll never do that. So I might not do that one thing that I seen, we'll say. So I was better than anybody else. I got this under control. Like I could drink this and not do that, we'll say.
Right.
It's so funny. And then you look back on it, it's like, no, you're still sick with the fucking disease addiction, right? So I think anybody that has, and I think that goes back to what we were saying today, like when we were on the deck with me and Sarah, like. And Larry says that. That's where I get this from. This is where I'm on this path. A lot of the things because Larry said with this mental awareness, because addiction is just the tip of the iceberg for me. It's a big one. Don't get me wrong. I got to work at that daily. I'm not saying that, but I have to figure out what's going on in my head for my mental awareness and what got me to where I was when I needed help.
Right.
And once I started, do I have it figured out? Fuck no. But I got a little bit more than I did. And I'm slowly working at it day by day. So that's progress, not perfection, right? That's our AA, one of our AA things. So it's about working at it daily and figuring it out. I got a lifelong journey ahead of me to figure this out. And I'm actually having fun doing it. So I don't mind working at it.
That's right.
Absolutely. There's a poll on the screen real quick. Who's the most attractive person on the podcast tonight? 1, 2, 3, or 4 for your why are balloons going off? What did I do?
I don't know
Jimmy?
what the hell. You're the man by the curtain.
I am not.
And you really have to answer that question,
right?
Yeah.
It's just I don't know. Like, what do you guys think? Both of you. I want to hear from each one of you. What do you think about how relapse and is it a part of recovery? Is it what? How do we view relapse? How do you guys view it?
I think in a lot of, I think it's a part of recovery. I haven't relapsed, but I mean, it could happen.
Right.
I hope not, but
I'm of the mind, like, I hear so many stories lately where people are like, oh, I relapsed and I did all this crazy shit. And I'm like, well, what happened? They're like, I don't know. I was at a bar and I just had a beer one night and I had another one the next night. I'm like, well, why didn't you just stop? And he was like, well, I'm a clean time. I didn't want to disappoint people. And I'm hearing all this shit. And I'm thinking, this is why people are fucking dying. Like, we think it's all or nothing. You pick up a drink and that's the end of it. Don't be afraid to tell your people I relapsed. Look for the support that's there. Brad, how do you feel about that? I mean, I know we count clean time, all that shit, but like, how do you feel?
Honestly, I've seen a few people so I haven't neither, but I understand and accept that it's right around the corner at any given time. I guess the good way I could put it. I know just because I have 3 years of sobriety and I'm not fucking safe of that relapse moment. And I have to be on my toes about it. So I don't condone it at all. I think Larry actually said it on the podcast here one time where I've heard it from people like that are smart. Yes, Larry, you're smart. You're not that good looking, but you're smart. What I'll say is if it happens, it happens. But remember, whether how much time you have in your sobriety, if it does or when it does or if it doesn't, whatever. Remember the tools that you have. Remember what you've learned along the way. So if there is a hiccup or a slip up, I'll even call it just a slip up. If there's a slip up, don't be hard on yourself. Because at the end of the day, we have tools and we have the inner strength and we have the open-mindedness and we have the courage to surrender.
Right.
So people that do relapse, I'll say, whether you have a little bit of time in or some time in, you know what you got to do. So just go do it. You know what I mean? Yep. It's okay to make hiccups. Life sucks.
Right.
Like, shit's going to happen. But remember that we all have the tools in our bag to repeat, to get sober again. It's like Larry says, I think, get back on that horse and get going. You know the mistake you made, just don't make it again. Right?
Yep. I mean, we come on the show and we announce our clean time. Like, we do that to encourage other people. It's not for any reason. Like, it doesn't make us feel good. I'm grateful to say that I haven't relapsed in the last 1,044 days either. Awesome. If I did, thank you. If I did, I would do this. I would say, all right, well, I relapsed yesterday. I did whatever. And now I have 1,443 days. I'm not looking for addicts to get off of something. We have this stigma where it's like, if you use, it's all over. And like, a lot of these people are listening, they're in sober living houses, they're in a program of some sort. And if you lose, that means you lose your bed. You don't know where you're sleeping at night. You know, all this stuff. It's like black or white. Now, there was this guy I knew that ran a sober living house that if you relapsed, he would hold your bed for 30 days while you go back to treatment. Now, that is that
sounds rare.
It's rare and it's super important. I loved it because I saw it work. I saw a couple guys slip up and arrest it right as it happened because they knew they were in a safe place to say, I relapsed last night and this is how and why I needed help. And the whole world isn't coming to an end. So, Larry says it is not a part of recovery, but it was an integral part of the transition from the clean mind to the clean mind, from the addicted mind to the clean mind, having to work your program, living it. Yeah, right. It's not, we don't bank on relapse. We're not like, it's all right, We're gonna relapse. It's fine. When it happens, it's a problem. It needs to be addressed. But I think just the way we look at it, in general.
And Tim, I love that you brought up that part about. Excuse me, I apologize. How about relapse awareness? We'll call it, because
there it is. Yeah,
because you nail it right on the head. People are like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh my God, I got X amount of days. I've done good. I feel like I'll be starting over. What are people going to think of me?"
right.
All those addiction thoughts go right through your head, and you start tumbling down that fucking rabbit hole.
Yep.
So I love that you said that, Tim, because guess what? Life is life. Again, kind of going back to what I said and touching on what Tim said at the same time. We know the tools that we have that got us here today. You know what I mean? That got me 1,100 days, Jimmy 15, Jenny 7, Tim 1,044, whatever, and everybody else out there who's sober.
Mm-hmm.
We know what got us to where we are right now. So if a hiccup does come along the way, we know how to kind of get back on that horse. We know what we got to do. You know what I mean? People make mistakes. That's okay, because guess what? That's what we're doing right now. We're in a recovery podcast, and we're talking about every fucking one of us, all four of us here, made mistakes, and we're going to probably make them again. It's about
we're human.
Dealing with them, and about knowing how we deal with them, and reach out to the people that care about us in recovery, or people that care about you, whatever, and talk about it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. And Larry just put a period on it. The worst slip in the mental emotional slip that takes you back to the first drink. Yeah, you're 1,000 days, but it's that mental thing. It's like, fuck, it's over. And like, I'm not the best boss in the world. These guys know, like, if they know for a fact, if they relapse, come to me. Let's talk about it and figure it out. And I'll take a day off your clean time. I'm not the boss of things, but like, that's how I look at it. Let's not let it get out of control. Right. And I'm not going to post it. I'm not, we're very serious about addiction here. And like, we've seen all sides of it.
But we can't also sugarcoat it. It's like, hey, it's like it says in the big book, cunning, baffling, powerful, but fucking patient too. It'll wait decades.
Yep.
Year. Like it'll take you in the good times, the bad times. I remember when I was at recovery, guys are like planning their relapse. Well, what if this happens to me? I'm going to go back out. Like, well, you've already planned your relapse. So like, why bother? Just go back out.
Yep.
Like if you're really serious about this, life's going to get fucking lifey. And the tools are there. If you want to use them, that's your choice. Relapse, combination of choice and the disease and mental. There's so much in that whole mix of things.
Yeah.
Reaching out. That is the key. I'm struggling. Help me. What do I do? Talk me off the ledge. And it's sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. But you know what? Don't give up on yourself.
Right.
You are worth it. And recovery is worth it. It's the best, as Brad always says. Recover out loud because God, it's 6-2. Holy shit, Brad.
Oh my!
I don't care.
But seriously, you guys sitting in those chairs, early recovery, give it a chance. You are so goddamn worth it.
Yep.
And you've been beaten down. You're a piece of shit. We've all heard it.
Yep, we know.
You're not the first. You're not the last.
We know.
That's what addiction does. People paint us with that same brush. We're pieces of crap. We're not worth it. Yeah, we are. We made some bad choices because of our addiction. Yeah. Let's get educated. Let's get let's get the coconut straightened out. Get on meds if we need it. Start going to meetings or whatever works for you. I'm not saying you have to go to NA, AA. Find something that works for you.
Yeah.
Do something.
Do something. You get out of rehab.
Just do it. Like what's his name would say? Shio, whatever the hell his name was.
Yeah, I've never actually attended an AA meeting yet.
That's what I was going to ask you next.
Yeah.
Did you have to experience?
Good for you.
Yeah. Nothing against them. And but I just have never, I guess I've never really felt I needed to. And when I stopped drinking, I didn't even go through any withdrawals. And the last, I don't know, like year or so, I was drinking daily and in the morning and
I got you.
But I'm pretty surprised I didn't go through withdrawal, but
and like that's kind of like there's this disease has various levels and stages, and like like you arrested it before it got out of control, but like at the same time, like it ties in with what we're talking about. If somebody relapses and they're so bad that they need treatment, they need medical intervention, send them the treatment. if somebody relapses and they had 4 beers last night and won a cornhole tournament, maybe you don't need to go to treatment, right? Maybe we just need to pump the brakes and take a look at everything and see why you did that, and not let it turn into this mental relapse. And that's what Larry was talking about. That's what we're talking about. You know, it doesn't have to be all or nothing. The world isn't over, you know, and we're very, I guess we're progressive in that we sacrifice our anonymity and all this stuff, but we also adhere to AA and NA principles. We believe in that shit. You know what I mean? And it's helped people for decades. There's no reason it can be a part of your recovery program. It doesn't have to be everything.
And that's why that's a big reason. One of the main reasons I love the podcast that I'm doing with you guys that I'm involved in, because
they're my meetings. You guys are my.
I love it. A lot of people say that. A lot of people.
100%. So that I was just going to say something like that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Because,
get out of my head.
Yeah, get out of there.
Right?
Get out of there, Jenny.
But it's so cool because this is recovery. And like so Jenny just said, not being, not going to AA meetings and stuff like that. That's perfectly fine, because
don't matter.
There's a lot of ways to skin that cat. What I was gonna say is, whatever works for the individuals out there listening, for us on the podcast.
Yep.
Keep doing. I said this today when we were talking. Jenny and I were talking. We're gonna keep doing what's working for us. You know what? It's fucking working.
Absolutely.
Right? We're both sober. So I do AA and she doesn't. But she does the podcast, and this is a recovery. We talk all the time. There's so many ways to keep sober, and all we got to do is keep sober and keep our head clear. Like,
and I'm actually surprised at how well Jenny is spoken.
You're just so composed.
She's doing such a good
job.
You're
way better than Brad.
Like, I'm getting messages like, replace Brad with her.
Sure,
Brad is
great.
Brad is very ugly.
That's it. I'm taking the shirt off.
That's it. But don't give the shirt off. Give the shirt off, please.
Take it off and give it back to Jimmy.
That's my shirt.
Star says I miss those laughs, and that's what it's about. That's what we do. We come on here, we laugh, we cry, we whatever. Mm-hmm. But like, this is real. So a lot of people say that this is my meeting. Our own hosts say it. This is not. Chuck said something about insular earlier. We joked about that for months, but like it didn't hurt. But like I did take a look, and I was like, is he right? And I'm like, he is in this area and that area, whatever. Yeah, we grow as we go.
That's right.
Where we are now, I love it. It's nobody's putting on a show here. Nobody's grandstanding other than me, but I'm the host. Like we have to accept everybody where they're at and kind of meet them where they're at, and treat addiction with kindness and medicine and whatever fucking helps it, because everybody's dying. And like, to have this platform, to have friends like this, I'd be lost without you guys. And I think we can all say the same thing. Will would say the same thing. We all have, we're building this family. Everybody's welcome, but I'd encourage you to build your own as well, because recovery brings everybody together, and in a way that we never thought before. And it's just beautiful. Jimmy, when you first got sober, like
the first time or the second time?
The second time. The time you
that actually stuck,
right. The time you pumped the brakes. How different did you feel at, say, 6 months than you do now? 4 years.
Oh, well, I guess kind of describing how who was it? Rod said like he's like 7 or 11 years. Still in that pink cloud, but I'm just calmer. Before I was like running around, Mr. Recovery, Now
I get that.
Now just a lot calmer now, and I'm running a lot of the film to the end now, because before it'd be like, well, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. No, just what? Let's just talk about it. This is what worked for me. Try it. But what I find amazing, and Jennifer's calmness and her commitment to her recovery. And it's not like if there's an old timer watching, God, they're like, oh my God, you're 90 and 90, Jennifer, you're gonna fall into the pits of hell.
He'll die soon. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry. But you know what? I can hear it in my own from my sponsor's voice. But that's the way he is. That's the way because that's what worked for them, and that's all they think that works. But there's so many things out there now, so many other 12-step programs and upcoming guests, and just the past guests that we've had, who have different platforms that they use and methods for their recovery. Everything isn't written in stone. So just go find something that you feel comfortable with, but also pushes you out of that comfort zone, and you find a better version of yourself.
Right. And if you have to create your own recovery, do it. We're doing it. You're looking at us doing it. We're creating our own form of recovery, something maybe a little more extreme than most, but this is how we heal and how we stay sober. So who cares? Like we're good. Like it's evolved over the years, but 3 years. This is the third Mother's Day we've done. The first one I blew it, and I lost a co-host. But we I changed. I changed a lot in 3 years, and just coming on every Sunday, every Wednesday, whether I feel like it or not, and doing this is so helpful to me. If I slip up, the first call I'm gonna make is Jimmy or Brad or Will, one of those three. They're who I'm going to, and they're going to talk me off the ledge in the same way I would them. We all view addiction and recovery the same way. So why not come on and tell people how we see it? Because it doesn't align with pretty much anything. It aligns with Talkin Trash, which is a terrible name, but that is our, we have a preamble, we follow, but we all view it the same way. It is not black or white. If you need medicine, take it. If you need therapy, go to it. It's just so beautiful. I got to circle back to what Chuck said earlier about Jimmy. Chuck said, I don't know if I read it or not, but he said, you should know how generous Jimmy is with his time. He showed up at my small men's group after an invitation. He was raw. He was honest. He made my night and said many things that helped us all. So this is Jimmy. And I know Jimmy's generous with his time. In fact, I scold Jimmy regularly about being too generous with his time. But here he comes on, and I know it's not taking up time. He wants to be here, and we all do. So then donating our time is going to the jails, doing that shit Jimmy does, the grunt work. This is investing in our recovery. Jimmy, would you agree?
Well, it's investing in others too. It's giving back to it. And I always said I would never quote the big book. Giving back was given so freely to me. It's so goddamn true, because I was given a second chance, and I see people, whether they're walking into a bricks and mortar or I'm going into a jail. And last Wednesday when I was at corrections, some of the inmates are actually having meetings in what they call the range, where we're not actually part of it. They're doing it themselves. So I gave them a bunch of big books and a bunch of stuff, and they're doing it on their own. And they're like, "Hey, we get out. Can you be our sponsor?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure. My name's Brad Mansfield. Here's my number."
Yeah, name's Tim.
Yeah, exactly.
How about this one? The best part about getting sober is getting your feelings back. The worst part about getting sober is getting your feelings back. I typed that in when Jenny was talking, because she made me think that, and it is so true. So our feelings, our mental health is at the core of it, and we don't have to fucking figure out addiction every show. We just have to come on here and talk about how we feel, and we encourage everybody to do that, whether that's AA, whether that's coming on here. We let fucking anybody on this show. That's what's cool about this show, right? We'll throw it out the window, if it helps somebody one night. If the show helps one person one night, or it helps 50, it's irrelevant. It's got to help somebody, or it's not doing what it's supposed to do. And I don't know, I just keep talking, but Brad, just sum it up. What's it like having everybody there, right now, at this moment in time?
Boom! It's so amazing, and honestly, I can speak for myself, but Jenny and I, having the family that we have and the support, you know what I mean. So all shit aside, it's been partying since they got here, and that's fine. And that's not a bad. They're all seeing each other. They're not fucked up like we are. I'll say.
Right. Right.
So they could have some drinks and they could hang out and do all that stuff, and they respect the shit out of us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That we're sober.
I love that shit.
We were
bother me at all. Went around me. I'm like, okay, grand time.
Yeah,
I
just know I cannot. I just can't.
Yes. So we were out together all night, and what time we leave? 1:30 or something like that. Well, I was the party bus driver, but
that was my first time dancing sober.
And how'd that feel?
In front of people. It felt I wasn't really loose or anything. It was a little bit stiff, but it felt really good. I could do it. Doing this, even just, I'm not saying too much, but being here, a big thing for me because I was nervous, and it's like, whew, I'm doing it, so I'm happy.
But
Well,
that's
we knew that too coming in.
Tim said
Yeah.
that earlier, though.
Yeah.
Like we're talking about that. This is part of our recovery.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
like you just said two things that are very important to me, Jenny. Like that's awesome. So you've been sober well over 2 years, and we were at a party, and that was your first time dancing.
Yeah,
and you did it, and you went out and
100%.
did something different that that you haven't done sober.
Yeah.
You're on a podcast. You're a little bit nervous about it. You're doing fucking awesome. You're on doing something different. That right there is what we learned because of our confidence, like you said, and we learned to explore different avenues and better ourselves. Like that's, you know what I mean?
And the people were around here that we went out with.
Bunzy!
Fantastic.
Bunzy, thank you. It feels great. We known you were coming on this show for 6 months since Brad started. He's been talking about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's been like she's nervous, and we get it. We're like, so like the whole show was designed to make sure she's comfortable. None of that was needed. She's an all-star regardless. And some lady that's 40 years old is not shaking in the morning, but she's where you are at, and that is addiction too. Whether you functionally drink or what, you're still not having the fun that we're having here. For sure.
Totally.
Without a doubt.
This is awesome. This is, yeah.
So I can't, like when you come back on, it will be totally different. Like you'll run the place, but like everybody's been looking forward to seeing you, and you did such a good job. I'm going to run through some of our slates. Brad, why don't you take it away? Give us a little something.
What do you want me to talk about? I can talk about all kinds of stuff.
I know you can.
I want to talk about, siblings in recovery. I know that sounds weird, but I feel since my sisters got sober with my sobriety has increased exponentially because now instead of just having people as my fellowship, and I don't mean Jess, I have so many people out there recover with me, but having someone in my family that understands, and I don't want to say trauma, but understands some of our upgrowing and our upbringing. And that stuff that we've gone to together, my sobriety feels more intact now having her in my corner, helping me stay sober than it did before not having her. I don't like that. No pressure, Jenny. No pressure.
No pressure. No pressure.
But having someone that we have the same background, the same upbringing, and alcohol. She wasn't, and again, I won't say that. Like I probably did a little bit more drugs than she did.
That's what it seems.
Yeah, well, it's not a competition, Brad.
But having her in my back, in my fucking corner, in my sobriety, is bar none to probably the best thing that. Yeah, and
right back at you, like you are my rock.
She's always there for me, man. It's I love her with all my heart, and she's.
If I ever get a craving, if I ever get a craving, this will be the first guy I call, of course, and and then we'll get in touch with you guys. But I love you. We are lovey-dovey, touchy-feely.
I see that, man. You know what? Would this relationship be possible if it wasn't for your commonalities, your upbringing, your addiction, your mental health, all that? Would this be as good as it is?
I think we'd always. I
think we'd be close. I don't think we'd be close to what we are because we'd have different paths at that point. So say if you got sober first, and this is just my analogy, I could be wrong. Say you got sober and I wasn't. Our common grounds are going to change a little bit in time. You know what I mean? Where I'm like, you know what I mean? So it's again, none of us can tell the future. I just know what I have today with my sister. I'm fucking thankful for. So that's all that matters to me. I won't worry about 3,000 different outcomes. I worry about what's in front of me.
Right. And we don't have to. It's not every like Jenny coming on. Her just being here, she didn't have to say anything special. She did, but her just being here speaks volumes to what can happen in recovery and what can happen when you're supported by your siblings. And Brad brings up siblings in recovery. I have two siblings. Neither of them will speak to me. And I didn't do anything directly to them, but they choose to not speak to me now that I'm sober. So that's on them. They're missing this Tim, but like, maybe they had enough, and I don't blame them. I have enough for myself half the time, but like, to each their own. But I have siblings, and they don't support my recovery in any way. In fact, they actively try to make me relapse because of whatever, and that's on them. That's their character defects. It's not my job to psychoanalyze them, but it's my job to psychoanalyze my own recovery and see what's around me. I have support. I have 3 brothers on this podcast. I have sisters through this podcast. I have more family now than I ever did, and I pity the people that judge addicts and that don't want to help them. And this is an example of how 2 people's recovery and their bond as brother and sister can spark not only recovery, it sparks friendship, happiness. It's spread throughout this podcast. People see it. It's a beautiful thing.
What did you see, Jimmy?
Oh, just Chuck sent me a message on Facebook. He goes, what is a cornhole tournament? Canadian. And then it was something about it's to do with, oh my God, is that now a sport?
You guys don't play cornhole up there?
Okay, but in Canada, never mind. We'll take it. That's an offline.
That'll be a backstage comment.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm like,
we'll talk later, it's off topic and not recovery, but you know that they actually do like little scholarships for cornhole now.
I am dead nasty at throwing bags into a hole 25 feet away. I'm unbelievable when I'm like 4 beers in. Other than that, I'm terrible. But like, I won a few cornhole tournaments. Like, it is fun, and I'm good at it, and I am the best at cornhole. And everybody loves when Timmy throws 4 bags into a fucking hole in a board. I don't know. That's what they love down in Jersey. Let me blow your mind. Let me take this just a bit further and blow your minds completely. Did you ever hear of a game called Quoits? Quoits. 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 It is
that one where you throw the little bones? That one?
No, that's playtime stuff. Quoits is like, it's like horseshoes, but they're round metal discs, and you try and throw them onto a pin, and you get into huge fist fights after games. It's very much like horseshoes. It became famous in Trenton, New Jersey, where the backyards weren't big enough for horseshoes, so they came up with quoits, and now quoits are manufactured by Amish people, and we buy them for $90. But yeah, I believe it. I mentioned it to people who are like the next county over. They're like, "What are quoits?" I'm like, "We live by quoits down there," but to each their own. So cornhole is throwing beanbags into a hole on a board that's 20 feet away, and we have fun doing it. I guess you guys don't play that up there. Let me ask you this: is there baseball in Canada right now? Do you guys have baseball teams?
Yes, we have. Yes, we have baseball.
I don't know, because everybody's baseball crazy in the States. All right, let's read our daily or whatever just for today.
Just for your dizzle, your nizzle.
I'll squeeze out of here. All right. It's hard to find the thing, so there you have it. Go ahead, Brad. Brad, you're gonna do good just for today.
Just for today. Oh yeah, look at that.
Entirely ready.
Oh God, you're sexy ready.
Just for today, becoming entirely ready. We got a good look at what these defects are doing to our lives. We begin to long for freedom from these defects. Basic text, page 34. Becoming entirely ready to have our defects of character removed can be a long process. After taking place over the course of a lifetime, our state of readiness grows in direct proportion to our awareness of these defects and the destruction they cause. We may have trouble seeing the devastation our defects are inflicting on our lives and the lives of those around us. If this is the case, we would do well to ask our higher power to reveal those flaws which stand in the way of our progress.
Here.
As we let go of our shortcomings and find their influence
waning, okay. Fading.
What is it?
Waning, like fading, like
yeah. We'll notice that a loving God replaces those defects with quality attributes. Where we were fearful, We find courage where we were selfish. We find generosity. Our delusions about ourselves will disappear to be replaced with self-honesty and self-acceptance. Yes, becoming entirely ready means we will change. Each new level of readiness brings new gifts. Our basic nature changes, and we soon find our readiness is no longer sparked only by pain, but by a desire to grow spiritually.
How about that?
Just for today, I will increase my state of readiness and become more aware of my shortcomings.
That's what it's all about. It's just being aware of where you're falling short. Oh, I didn't. What happened? You're in a Sabres jersey.
Oh my God!
That's not it. That's not you. It's another guy.
Yeah.
All right. What a wonderful show to have our family come together tonight. Talking Trash. Go on our website. There's stuff on there. If you're feeling some kind of way, dial 988. And before you do anything stupid, Narcan will save lives. You can't afford it. You can't afford not to have it. So let's not play that game. Yep. If you're getting out of rehab today or tomorrow or soon, or anybody, there's stuff on the apps. There's technology to help you recover, like this podcast and Meeting Finder and Meeting Search. They find meetings for you. That is step one in recovery. You got to find support. Luckily these days we hold meetings as Talkin Trash. Thank you everybody for your support, Talkin Trash. We'll see you on Wednesday. Nurse Mike will be in the house. I don't know.
He's got a hairpiece.
Notice it's sponsored by Roe.
That's a very nice hairpiece. Yes.
Roe? No, nothing. Okay. All right, everybody. Stay trashy. Let's say goodbye to our friends here. You guys were phenomenal tonight. Angie Dickey says we have cornhole tournaments here in Illinois. Of course, Angie. At some point of our recovery, and everybody plays cornhole. You guys need to figure your shit out up there. But other than that, I don't know. Brad, just, the poll was Jennifer was the most attractive person on the pod. There you have it.
Sorry.
And, yeah, you were great. Jennifer, thank you so much for coming on and doing this tonight. I mean, we're a lot, but, you fit right in. So we absolutely love you.
Thank you, guys.
We'll see everybody Wednesday. Recover out loud.